And we got no wind, so you know we're going to hear everything. The mic is going to pick up. Welcome, guys. This is Ocean Beach, California. A little bit out of my zip code in Hermosa, but some people are worth the trip. And this today, making the trip worth its while, is Steve Khan, a.k.a. the Matsa. That's the guy in a white hat, the shades, and the ever-feared white mustache. Steve, you got to make sure if you get this video later, watch this later, I want one of those t-shirts. It's one of the coolest t-shirts I've ever seen in the sport of volleyball, indoor volleyball, or beach volleyball. And that's saying a lot. It's a broke-ass sport. We have to be creative in our gear. Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, his partner, that guy looks familiar. They said his name is Crabb. We're going to find out later. Kidding, Taylor. There's a reason why this guy doesn't talk to me. Oh, Taylor over on the one. Striking first blood in queen fashion is Team Matsa. I'm assuming this is a game to 21. I'm assuming you switch sides on every 7 points. And guys, just bear with me. You know, it's kind of an off season for some people. Some people, season's 12 months out of the year. Matsa with the ace. Little 3-on-2 action. Notice the setter is lined up on the left side, and that's usually because on the beach, traditionally out here, they set ocean to strand. So the ocean's on the left side of your screen, the strand's on the right side. So on this side of the net, expect to see the setter on this side. Taylor over on one, and Taylor's 2 for 2, batting 1,000.
I'm calling the elder abuse hotline right now. I can play better. I'm calling the elder abuse hotline.
I think we got 3. I think we got an ace, and we got 2 1-overs. There's a short serve. Got it. Same play, same result. Matsa, ever the accurate one. Matsa, former vet, I believe, a Marine or Navy. He said he was assigned in San Diego, so not a lot of Army bases out there. And a little bit of Serena versus Sharapova action. Taylor got it. Serena. Serena beat Sharapova on the lob. And just like that, before you can blink, the score is 5-0. Taylor Crabb, what a fun year he's had. Winner of Miami, winner of Manhattan Beach. Not just winner of Manhattan Beach, we can get into that in a minute. There's the 1-over, and there's Taylor with a back on a 1-over, looking to get to 1 on 2, just out of bounds. Taylor with a curious look as the "Are you sure?" and the American Idol judges on the sideline say out of bounds. Scores 1-5. From today's Matsa Day, but I do want to talk about what a fun, adventurous up and down year Taylor Crabb has had with his partner Taylor Sander. There's a line over. There's the 1-over. Got it. You guys switch, right? Yeah. Switch is 2-5. Fan came up. 2-5. The vet serve. There's Dana Camacho. Taylor with the one-arm bandit. Oh man, just out of bounds in the game of inches. The Sharapova lob just out of bounds. Closing within 2, and this, I assume, 1 set to 21. That's all I got time for. I got a hard stop at 11. I have a podcast. at 12, and private lessons from 1 o'clock to 6. There's a position 5 serve. That's great serve location. There's a free ball opportunity. Jumbo. There's a nice recovery. Looking to get to. There's the shorty. Now the lead is 5-4, 3 unanswered points. Or make that 4 unanswered points.
I'm going topless. I'm doing this topless. Man.
Yes.
Come on.
I got my camera zoom in for that one, boy.
Ready to go. I want my money.
That's how you get an ace. Taylor, don't look at him. Don't look at him. Short pass. A little bit of a, just the way they drew it up. Bullet pass, bullet set. Matsa and Taylor look at each other like we meant to do that. And now the score is 6-4. Matsa, the designated server. Expect a shorty? No, that went straight to him. Nice hold on that platform. Not bad. There's a little old school for you. Taylor up and down on the dig, and Matsa unable to get that first step. And the score is now 5-6, and off come the shorts. No dollar bills yet. Got to take off a little bit more than that. Join with me at the camera, Mika Hunkin. What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
You bring the brotherly love, the aloha spirit, the California love. You are the international man of mystery. I'm just taping this game, 1 set to 25. I'm assuming 6-5. I'll get a score in a minute.
Yeah.
I was distracted by your presence. Wow, there's a good set. And Taylor right down the middle. A, see you later. Mr. Crabb is 7-5? Gotcha. Thank you.
There we go.
So I was actually talking a little bit about the interesting year, the up and down year Taylor had with his partner, Taylor Sander, right? Winners of Miami, and I was going to talk a little bit about winners of Manhattan Beach, and that might be a replay, 7-5. So Manhattan Beach has eluded him, the last few years, right? Where the closest shot he had was 2018. If you remember, he was up on Phil and Nick. 1 set to 0, 2018. He gets this great dig and just went for it all. Hard as he could, deep corner missed. And he knew it was over. He knew Phil was going to come back and win. And it was a long, long road from that miss in 2018 to what he did now. It's 8-5. And so not only he's staring that in the face, right? Lost the winner's bracket match to his brother, no less, right? Who's been beating him up all year. Loses bracket, wins the match of the year to get back to the semifinals. Remember that sunset game, right? And then the weather game. Mika, right? You can finish that for me. The weather game. It was tsunami gnarly on this thing where everybody would just call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, here's a free ball opportunity. A little bit of a J hook on that pass. That's a nice set. There's the double arm smash, and that might be.
Not even gonna,
we're gonna find out on the switch who's serving.
He's not even gonna start heavy breathing or anything.
No.
I don't even think he's gonna bend his knees.
No, but he was smart enough to know the shorts have to come off.
Yeah.
Right? It's cold in the morning, but right now we're closer to 11 o'clock. It's getting a little bit of warm. And depending on who touches the ball for serve, I can score that. The switch is 9-5. All right, good, I got it.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, so
9-5
talk
for the
about
switch.
like what was staring him in the face in his path to winning his first Manhattan Beach Open, right? And if there's ever, like I love me some Taylor, and Taylor's saying I'm okay. I'm alright, but if there's anyone who deserves to have his name or has earned it in those conditions, with those circumstances, against a team that's, an older brother that's kind of, I believe won 10 out of the last 12, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he did it,
Right?
and he freaking did it, man.
Yeah.
So
Picking up new partner,
Yeah.
and working through it.
So mad respect to Taylor for that.
Absolutely.
There's a hit down the line. There's a 1-over and free ball opportunity. There's a tomahawk set, tomahawk dig, and Steve was like, "Come on, Taylor." Steve said, "Come on, Taylor, move your ass."
Come on, Taylor. Come on.
So you've been coaching volleyball for I'll say affectionately for a minute, right? This is what we call a minute, right?
Little bit. How about that?
That's what we call a minute.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a little bit.
Were there any particular players that you were following? I mean, we're both volleyball purists, right? So we follow everybody.
Right.
But
right.
was there anyone particularly who was on your radar? Like me, I'll just admit my bias. I've been following Theo and Trevor almost every single match. And from the women,
Nice.
I've been following Kristen, Nuss, and Taryn Club.
Yeah, I could go with you on Theo and Trevor as well because of all the adversity that, like you said, that they had to deal with to come through. You know, like, I mean, just saying that they weren't very fond of each other, to say the least. But I had an interaction with one of the super high-level pros at a time where he told me to play with someone, and then I told him, I don't think that guy likes me. And his response was, I didn't tell you to date the guy.
Yeah, there you go.
He goes, you take 2 flights, you get 2 rooms, you go over there, he's the best defender, you're you know, possibly a good blocker, you know, get the money and come home.
That's it.
You know?
Yeah.
And so to see Trevor do that in reality, that's a whole different ballgame.
And I think you're right from the business perspective, right? Like Karch admitted himself, like if it was a partner he would rather play with for the rest of his life, it was Scott Akatubby.
Right.
He
right.
strongly believes he was the best player on the beach at that time when he won the gold medal.
Sure.
Actually, when Karch won the gold medal.
Yeah.
But styles make matchups, right? I don't know. I had an argument with someone on old school volleyball. I don't know if him and Scott beat St. John Smith and Henkel, a quarterfinal match that everybody forgot about.
So the thing with Karch and Scott was that as amazing as Scott was, there were just certain things that Karch would not be able to cover up.
Right.
There's just certain things. But other than that, yeah, that would have been the team to beat. Absolutely.
Killer jump
Without
serve,
even blinking, that would have been the team to blink to beat. Yeah. But as I said before, there were just those like that.
Yeah, there's that.
Karch is like, I can't cover that. I can't cover that.
I got to tell you, Scott had a jump serve.
Of
Scott,
course. Absolutely.
When, if you remember, between 88 and 92, people were trying to feel their way out to the jump serve,
Yes,
how it works
yes.
and how it affects people. And he had a jump serve before everybody else
Absolutely.
kind of
Absolutely.
understood it. There's a switch.
Yep. I went down,
Guys, we're for sure doing a technical timeout, right? You look winded, boy.
I went down to 16th one day just to give you a concept about Axe jump serve, right?
Yeah.
And I roll up, and he's out there just, you know, punishing these 2 dudes with his jump serve, with his serve. And I, you know, what's going on? And they're like, oh, Ack bet these 2 guys a steak dinner.
Oh.
If they can even pass 1 ball.
Wow.
It was 30 minutes, they didn't even come close.
Jeez. Yeah. And very similar, that's where the other Taylor came into play in Manhattan Beach, right? I think when you look at the men's division in the present day,
Yeah.
and everybody's so evenly matched. 16-6. It's 5-6 switch, right? Yeah. Okay, pass. There's the up and down set, and Tomahawk Shorty Taylor takes the extra step. Got it.
Greg, what? Oh my gosh.
Good first step by Mr. Crabb and a very good last step. You know, some guys, they tend to panic dive because they feel like they have that sense
Right.
of urgency.
Yep.
He knew he had
Nope.
enough time. He's like, I could go a half more step.
But I think that the real thing is that he gets those guys to spectate to see what he's going to do.
It's true.
I think that guy in the gray right here, Greggy, is about to set the ball. He came up to like half court and was like, I wonder if he's going to get that. He fired it straight over his head.
It's true.
And then he was like, what the heck happened? You know? Like, I always tell everyone, play the court.
Yeah.
You know, don't play the guy, play the court.
Actually, as we get closer to the finish of this game, non-dramatic, but still fun to watch, all right? I want to talk a little bit about Steve, right? Like, Veterans Day, I was looking on Facebook, and Veterans Day, he had a picture of him in his uniform. There's a 17-8. And he had a cool picture of his uniform.
Yeah.
And, like, of all the things we never know about each other, like, wow, you could say, I didn't know that about that guy. I didn't know that about this guy. I didn't know Steve was a vet. And he was standing tall, looking good in that uniform. And something he didn't know, I was like, hey, here's my picture, me too. And next thing you know, like, all of these guys that we knew that we never knew served
Right.
were just
all of a
putting up their
sudden,
pictures. And it was, it's a fun November 11th, you know, and yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so big up to Steve on that. Big up to Steve, too, with being the guy who can bring other... Like, there's a 6 degrees of separation. There's always 1 or 2 guys that brings everyone together at all
That's right.
levels.
Yep.
Right? Volleyball, of course, can be cliquish with levels higher. The open level guys, these guys, that guy. Steve is the 6 degrees of separation with that. That's 19-8. One for the switch, guys. Yeah. So, yeah, something to be said about someone like that. I could put you in that category too. Like, you know everybody from the double B to the top level guy. I'd like to think I'm in that category too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you look at my podcast, I had Trevor Crabb won, and then Torrin Jeffries after that, right?
Right.
Multiple time
Of
AVP
course.
champ,
Yeah.
and versus someone who never even got to the draw.
Yep.
Because, well, to me, they both have interesting stories to tell.
Sure.
And that's what Steve can teach us. Steve can teach us that the whole concept, this is set point, like the whole concept that only good players have a story to tell or had an interesting journey is asinine. There's a lot of people that have some very, very interesting, fun stories to tell.
I'll give you a concept about, here's a story about Steve and I, why he's here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's the dig! Hold that thought.
Come on.
Steve Kahn with dig
Come
number
on.
1 and cross court, and
Really,
Taylor tries
Here
the
we go.
back cleanup. Got it.
Oh my goodness. So I go to Muscle one day.
That's set, guys. That's 21, right?
I think I'm playing at 25 or something.
Oh, 25, sorry. 25. So, no, not good. Plenty of time to tell a story then. Let's do it.
So anyway, Matsa comes up to me and he says, he you know how he does, he just points at me and he goes, you know nothing about this sport. You've done nothing. All your stories are fake.
Ah,
And I look at him and I go,
do you want receipts?
possible responses, you know. And I go, okay. He goes, you got it? I go, yeah, no, totally. I get it. He's like, okay, so that's the end. I go, yeah, no, cool. He gets a call like 1 minute later. I'm pretty sure it's Dana Camacho, who was his partner at the time.
I love me some Dana.
And he's all, what are you talking about? You can't make it. Right?
Uh-oh.
So now he hangs up the phone very quiet. He's still standing next to me. So he goes to the furthest person on the beach at Muscle, which is the lifeguard tower, right? The station. So he goes all the way down to the end of the station, and he starts, hey, you want to play again? Get out of here, Matsa. Kiss my butt. You know, like everybody just get the hell all the way back to me, bro. And he walks up. You want to play a game? I look at him and I'm all, let me think here.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
You know, so we ended up playing. We won 4 to 6 games in a row. And then I said, okay, I'm done. And he goes, we have more games. I go, you have more games. And he said, and if I pay you money? I go, I don't need your money. So he said, it was a pleasure to watch you work, sir. I go, the pleasure was all mine.
There it is.
And there he is.
Yes, and here you guys are on the other side. No, but on the other side of that story, here we stand. Right? Right now.
And
You
see,
know?
the thing that I love about the guy is we're just rough. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to, like, pull punches.
Yeah.
You know.
And y'all need to keep better score. That was 22-10. Sorry. I literally have a scoreboard on this camera.
No, what they do is if it's too bad, they just go, no, we're good. We'll save it.
Nice. All right, I
So
can
the reason
appreciate
why
that.
he's around here is because, you know, when I think about Muscle and all the people that are over there, he was the most, for me as an old school person, the most legitimate guy.
Right.
The realist.
Okay.
So anytime anyone brought up Muscle when I started building OP, oh, that guy Matsa, he's destroying that. And I go, hey, that's my dude. That's all I'd say. That's my dude.
Nice.
You know, so you guys say whatever you want. That's my guy at Muscle.
I love it. And it's crazy. It's like if you watch game, like what, Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah.
Like the elf and the dwarf who are not supposed to even be friends. Next thing you know, they're going hard in the paint for each other.
Yeah.
And those are, it's weird because those are wind up being the stronger friendships.
The stronger friendships.
Because you broke the eggs to make the omelet. I can certainly appreciate that.
Yeah, he and I almost split up, like a few months ago where I thought he had done something, you know? So I said, oh, is that how you want to do it? You know, I go, I'm taking all my crew and I'm going over there and you're not welcome. And then he told me, I didn't do it. I go, oh, okay. I go, okay.
I
All right,
don't
we're
care.
good. Yeah. I was like, okay. Because I thought he was like, you know, like me being in this space, that he was telling some girl, "Oh yeah, go coach over there," you know. But that was just simply a thing.
Right.
You know, if it's a thing, I don't care.
Are they done playing right now?
I don't know.
Are they?
you guys done?
They're done, right? Are you guys done too? No, you're definitely. He's definitely playing more. Look at this guy. He's like, you just got warmed up. He's like, I'm
Come
not
on,
done.
Chris. Come on.
I just got to get Art off the court.
Yeah, right. Oh, that would be worth seeing. I'm sure of it.
Hey, on
Yep.
the new 65, you can put that in your video.
Oh, my man, dude.
Pretty amazing.
Dude, like in New York, we're like, how many times you see 65-year-olds actually doing shit, man? I love California.
Yeah, man, this dude's a beast. Chris is a beast. That guy's a beast too.
New York, we have a 5-year plan. Don't die. If you're 65. You know, with low vitamin D. Two-thirds of the New York population is low vitamin D. You know, not a lot of exposure to sunlight. Healthy eating lifestyles out here. You know, the
Exercise
the
everywhere.
ambition,
The fitness.
the level
the
up,
balance. You
Yeah.
know, like everyone wants to be a little bit more balanced out here. You know.
Also, like, winters are longer in New York, so like
Of
as far
course,
as the
man.
choice to go out and take a walk or stay inside, it's like, you know what? I think that whole
I'll
walk thing. I think
walk
I'm gonna
to the
sit this
kitchen.
one out.
I'll
yeah,
walk to the kitchen.
Yep.
I can get to the kitchen.
I just broke 5 calories,
Yeah.
cracking an egg.
Yeah, dude, it's a whole different world, you know.
I gotta change this. I'm just gonna call this Matsa Day. I'm gonna entitle this Matsa Day.
That's awesome.
I want a picture of them. Can I come back? I just want to take
Of
a picture.
course.
and come
Yeah,
back.
no problem. No problem.
Michelle left.
Crabb, what's up, baby?
What's up, man? Thank you.
Good to see you, man. Here to support the moms, and then I got a podcast at noon.